The conference report is adopted without objection. The motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. I know this is something you've been working on for your entire career.
Yes, yeah, it is. Good morning, Merry Christmas. It is something we're very excited about this. We're going to give people a big tax cut before Christmas.
A new poll out this morning shows more than half of the public is opposed to this plan. What do you say to the doubters?
When people actually see that instead of getting tax increases, they're getting a tax cut, when they see the withholding tables changing in February and seeing more money in their paychecks, when they're seeing the economic growth that will result from historic tax reform, I think minds are going to change, and I think people are going to change their view on this in February. When they see their tax cut, that's going to change the view of this because it's going to give us better jobs, higher wages, bigger paychecks, and a simplified system.
And the fact of the matter is corporations are already sitting on a ton of cash. They have record profits, $2.3 trillion. Why aren't they raising wages and creating jobs now?
Guess right. About $3 trillion of that cash is trapped overseas and cannot come back into our economy to be reinvested because of our tax laws. So you remove these barriers to investment in our economy. You give businesses an incentive to invest in America, in their factories.
If you look at it, a majority of it does go essentially to corporations for a tax cut. Why are you convinced that they're going to use that to increase wages and hire more people?
Well, first of all, go to fairandsimple.gop if you want to actually see the details and the specifics for yourself. But I would beg to differ.
Big question from a lot of our viewers. How are you going to pay for it? This is going to increase the deficit, according to the congressional budget scorekeepers, by about $1 trillion. I know you disagree with that analysis. You think growth is going to pay for it. But what if you're wrong? Are you willing to reverse the cuts?
Yeah, sure. No, that would be the last thing we want to do.
Now, I know that the theory is that if you have more tax growth, you get more revenues into the coffer, and that reduces the deficit. But let me just put a fine point on it. Are you saying that the growth you're going to get from this tax cut will equal the amount it would cost on the deficit side, so that it's a wash, so that you're not adding to the deficit at all because of this?
Nobody knows the answer to that question because that's in the future.